Will Smith won an Oscar 2 days ago, and it is just one more accolade to top off a successful life, not just career. 90% of men would want to be where Will Smith is in life right now. 90% of men, right? He's that successful in every aspect of life, but his relationship with Jada. Watching the Oscars and watching him slap Chris Rock has inspired me to make this video, right? In this video, I explain 5 very important lessons, dating lessons that us as guys should learn from Will Smith. Because in as much as his life is amazing, his relationship has so many flaws. Number 1, a woman doesn't need to love you to marry you. I have never been a fan of the words I love you. I've never been a fan, because at the end of the day, anybody can say I love you just to get stuff out of you. Anybody. Like us as guys, we can testify to telling girls I love you just so we can have sex with them. You know, there was no love. It's just I love you. Can you spread your legs now? Kind of thing. You know. And also women can testify to using it to get a man to commit. So I've never been a fan of these words I love you, because it doesn't really hold water, right? Sacrifices, actions will show if you love somebody or not. But when it comes to getting married, right? If a man walks up to a woman and asks her to get married to him, 90% of the time, he genuinely wants to get married to that woman and he loves her. 80 to 90% of the time, that's the case, right? Because the reality is men are under less pressure to get married. Yes, in Africa, you know, men are under some type of pressure for sure, but it is less than women are, right? So more women are going to be inclined to just get a man. When most women say yes to men, like, yes, I'll get married to you, it doesn't necessarily mean she loves you. It means you tick some boxes. It means you're going to fulfill something she needs at that moment. It could be a financial fulfillment. It could be I'm getting old and I need to settle down type of fulfillment, right? So a lot of women who say, yes, I do, don't necessarily love the man. It's not fair. It's just what it is, right? There will obviously be women who genuinely love their husband or the man they got married to. But there are also a large amount of women who absolutely don't. The man is basically a utility. That's all he is, right? I'm saying this because Will getting married to Jada, right? Jada never saw him as the man. Like, this is the, like, I want to be with this. I love this man with everything in me. He has never been that man to her. Never. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock was him unleashing all the, you know, pent-up anger he has in his heart. Because there's the realization that the woman who you would sacrifice your entire life for doesn't see you in the same way you look at her. There's that realization, right? And there's also the fact that the entire world knows it as well. Because you're not going to tell me he doesn't see these videos. He sees them, right? He definitely sees them. But for him to genuinely accept that everything people are saying about his relationship is true means him saying his last 25 years have been a lie. And it is extremely difficult to do. A lot of guys don't realize what it means to admit that your entire, like, that's why religion is has a very strong hold on people. Because how can you tell somebody who is 50 years old that your religion is wrong? What? I've been worshiping in this part, like, I've been in this religion for 40 years. And you're telling me that my religion is wrong. You're not just talking about my religion, you're talking about me now. You're saying me, right? You're saying my last 40 years have been an entire lie. You could bring concrete facts and say, look, this and this and this is very wrong, right? But they're already emotionally invested to that belief set. Do you understand? So it is the exact same situation Will is in, right? It just sucks. It honestly does. Lesson number 2, bring your woman into your frame. Now, think about frame like a house, right? A house that you build, where in that house, a specific set of rules should be followed. That is your frame as a man. As a man, you're dating a woman or you're married to one, she needs to come into that frame. Now, we're in 2022, and everybody believes that marriages and relationships should be 50-50. Now lie. It has never been like that, ever. In every relationship, a higher percentage of decisions are going to be made by one person. It could be the girl, it could be the guy. Most times it's the guy, but there will be times where it's also the woman, right? So there's no such thing as equal relationship. Now, somebody is leading that relationship, right? And I'm saying that if as a man, right, your woman isn't in your frame, like Jada isn't in Will's, right? Jada is leading that relationship. If she isn't in your frame, that is a very bad sign, and that is a very easy way to make her lose attraction for you. Jada leads that relationship. Yes, Will is richer than her, right? But she's rich as well. So like, it's not like she needs his money too much. Do you understand? She leads that relationship. She does. Will is basically trying to live up to a standard of life that she has set for him. She's like, this is the perfect man. This is who you should be, right? And he keeps on trying to live up to that standard. And why it really sucks for Will is that Jada is a very smart and self-aware person, right? So she knows that you are trying to live up to that expectation that she has for you, right? And that awareness, right, also makes her lose even more attraction for you. I'm telling you, the fact that she's aware that you are trying to live up to that standard is also more unattractive to her. I'm telling you, it's a rabbit hole that Will is in. The truth is, women want men who just get it.
You expect your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex.
Right.
It's like, well, if you love me, you should know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you love me,
you should be able to read
you
my
should
mind.
read my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
That's a huge pitfall.
Women want men who understand male and female dynamics, right? I'm not saying you can't communicate with your wife or with your girlfriend, right? But women don't want to be telling you what to do. They don't want that. Lesson number 3, if a woman cheats on you, that is a very bad sign. The truth is, if you're in a long-term relationship with a lady or you're married to her, right? Unless she's a hoe or something, right? Her cheating is a very big deal. It is a big deal. No woman who sees her man as having everything she has always wanted would cheat on him. Women don't cheat on impulse. Unless she's a hoe. Hoes cheat on impulse. There must be a foundational issue. And it could be your fault as the man as well. It could be your fault that she cheated. I'm telling you. So like, women don't cheat on impulse. Like, oh, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time and I happened to open my legs. Nah. No. She cheated with a man who ticked a lot of boxes that you don't tick as a husband or as a boyfriend. She cheated with a man who has all these things that you don't have. A man could cheat with a girl who is way less attractive than his girlfriend. Way less. A girl who is badly behaved, who is not as attractive as his girl, he would still cheat with her. Because as bad as cheating is for men and women, men can cheat on impulse. Men will cheat because right place, right time, testosterone is pumping, I cheated and it sucks, right? Women don't cheat like that. She cheats because she has either gradually grown unattracted to you or she has not been attracted to you from day one. Jada did not cheat on Will Smith by mistake. She cheated on him because she has absolutely zero respect for the dude, right? Okay, not zero, but like, she doesn't respect him enough. And she also doesn't see him as the guy. Lesson number 4 from Rollo Tomasi himself: you cannot negotiate genuine desire. When a woman looks at you and communicates with you a little bit, she already knows if you have the things that it takes to bag her for life. She already knows. You don't have to explain. You don't have to live up to any standard. Do you understand? Like, when she sees you, when she meets you, when she talks to you, she knows if that thing is there or not. You can't buy it with money. You can't suddenly start acting some type of, like, no. If it is there, she feels it. Do you understand? Women are not as confused as you think. The only reason why a woman might seem confused when she's talking to a guy is because he doesn't have everything she wants. A guy that has everything she wants, she will not be confused about anything. It will be very straightforward. She will know that, yes, that's the guy I want. You cannot negotiate genuine desire. Will is in this rabbit hole where he keeps on trying to live up to a specific expectation of what him slapping Chris Rock was him asking himself, what would Jada want me to do? That's what that was. Because he was laughing initially. He was laughing at the joke until he saw a facial expression. You know? So he's in that situation where he is stuck. He has to keep on trying to live up to her standard of what an amazing man is. Number 5, a woman can either build you up or absolutely destroy you. Content like this is very important. Regardless of what any girl tells you, content like this is important because one of the most important decisions any man is going to make in his life is deciding what woman he wants to be with forever. So you need to have enough insight and experience before you make that decision. You can't just go in there after dating your first girl in your life, the first girl you date, and you're absolutely sure that she's the one. You can't know that. You can't. So that's why content like this is very important. Jada has emasculated Will Smith. Like, Will Smith is a shell. Naturally, Will Smith is a very happy person. Somebody who makes everybody happy. He's a cheerful guy. But anybody who has been keeping up with their relationship for the past 5 to 10 years can admit that day by day, year by year, he's losing that natural happiness that he has always had, right? It is depleting. Will Smith is a happy dude. Every meme you see of him, he's crying. When did that start? He's a happy-ass man. But that's not how it is anymore because he's with a woman who has never seen him as being enough. Did you guys hear about the whole birthday fiasco that happened a few years ago where he threw a birthday for her? And she absolutely, she broke him down, saying that everything he did was worthless and it was for himself. Bro, I've seen this in my family as well, right? Getting married to the wrong woman is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Will Smith is in this rabbit hole where if he leaves Jada, right, he loses financially, but more importantly, he loses emotionally as well because he's so emotionally invested. He's so emotionally attached to this lady that him leaving her or her leaving him could drive him crazy. The whole Orsina situation was enough for any man to leave his girl or his wife. That was enough. That was like enough. He was embarrassed on live TV, like the entire world saw that whole thing. And he stayed with her. And he fought for her just 2 days ago. The dude is so emotionally invested that coming to the realization, him verbally accepting that I am with a woman who doesn't see me as being enough for her. You guys think he doesn't see all these videos? He does. It's just too difficult to come to that acceptance. It is hard. And it is something that I don't wish any guy goes through. Choosing the right woman. It's better you stay single. Like, it is better you stay single, right? Than you get married to a woman who absolutely doesn't see you as being enough. Or a woman who has bad behaviors or bad character. I talk about stuff like this and girls are like, oh, you're painting women bad. Nah, I'm not painting anybody bad. Like, because I saw an awful woman, I said that woman is awful. Doesn't mean every woman is awful, you know? But there are commonalities. There are things about women that you just have to understand in general. In general, you have to understand those things. And watching Will Smith, man, is very painful to watch. This dude is a happy man. He's a happy dude. And that's not what I see anymore. He's a shadow of himself right now. I think the next video you should watch is my reaction to Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and my breakdown of whether he was right or wrong. So click on the box on the screen, watch the video, or click on the second link in the description, watch it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It will be.